There's something that I've just been thinking about sharing, and it's very personal because I've got what's called Gilbert syndrome, and I thought maybe I should just talk a little bit about it so it gives somebody maybe who might be in a similar situation some hope and to know that they're not the only ones suffering or having that. So, quick answer of this question. So, what is Gilbert syndrome? It's just basically a syndrome or a condition where you tend to have slightly higher than normal levels of bilirubin in the blood. And bilirubin, of course, is that yellow substance found naturally in the blood. It is usually formed by as a byproduct of old red blood cells when they are broken down. So what happens is that this is, of course, something that is hereditary. So what happens is most people who have this Gilbert syndrome have occasional and short-lived episodes of yellowing of the skin and the whites of the eye. So which is of course just caused by buildup of bilirubin in the blood. So you find that most of the time I end up being yellow. My eyes tend up being quite more yellow, like now you can see a little bit, and it's mainly usually exacerbated by maybe moments of stressful, let's say, situations, or if I am exhausted, I haven't had a lot of rest, or sometimes it could be if I've done, let's say, long periods of going without food and things like that, that usually tends to flare up. And when it flares up, I look a bit more weird. My eyes look a bit more pale. But it's something that I've learned. I discovered it during the pandemic. I never knew all my life that is something that I heard. So during the pandemic, I went into the hospital, and because there was COVID, everybody was worried and everybody was doing all sorts of tests, and that came up. And it's something that all the time when I go for blood tests, it usually comes up. It doesn't bother me at all because until I have something that I need to go and see the doctor for, I don't generally put my mind on it. And how do I usually try? Because it's something that is, it can never be cured anyway, it has to stay there. It's something I have to be careful of and just not careful, but aware of. So, what I usually do most of the time is I try to drink lots of water. I try to avoid unnecessary stress, though sometimes it's almost impossible to do that in life. I try to sleep enough because if I don't sleep enough, then it just automatically, naturally show up. And then I try to to eat healthy as well. And exercise for me helps quite a lot because, again, at the end of the day, it's just living a healthy lifestyle. If this is something that you're battling with, I've also been reading about it, and some people are suggesting you can actually try bile salts to naturally try to resolve this. I'm still studying that. I'm still working on understanding the science behind it as a scientist myself so that I can see if this is something that I want to try it out and buy some bile salts off Amazon, try and see if it can settle it down. But as I said, it doesn't really bother me, apart from sometimes my eyes just looking a bit weird and I feel maybe probably I've been on something. But apart from that, I'm okay with it. So if you ever have a condition like this and maybe you've found a solution, I'll be more than happy to hear how you're dealing with it. But also if it is something that is natural, that is a nutritional based solution, I'll be more than happy to explore it. As I said, I want to try the bile salts, and after that I might just go to the doctors to see if they can do another test to see maybe if that helps. I hope this was encouraging to somebody who might be fighting with this and wondering, like, what can I ever do? It's life.